Perfect.
We are joined today by Computers Unlimited's David Schaer. David, thank you so much for being with us today.
Steve, it's great to be here.
So David, we're doing the economic forecast today. So if you're looking at the projections for Computers Unlimited for 2022, do you expect your sales to be up, down, or level compared to what they ended last year at?
Yeah, no, great question. And despite I think the challenging economic environment, we're projecting an up year. And so I think we're real happy about the work that we've done over the past number of years to get us into a position of growth, through our products and services. So despite a challenging environment, we feel pretty good about where we're at today.
That's great to hear. So again, doesn't have to be super exact, but ballpark, what percent would you say you expect to be up?
Yeah, it's probably going to be probably 10-15%. And if you take a look at that number, that's a mix of different products and services, some of which are going to be way up, some are going to be more in line with quote unquote inflation. But overall, I think that's the number that we're shooting for this year.
So you mentioned, some things are going to be way up. So what would you say the biggest kind of primary drivers that you see for that 10 to 15%, would you say?
Yeah, I think it really comes down to two areas. One is new account implementations. We had a phenomenal year last year bringing on new distributors to the TIMS platform. We see that continue on again into 2022, and I think that's a reflection of just where our product is at today. It's a unified platform for distributors of all sizes and shapes and needs, and so we're able to really package up our product today to meet individual needs. Probably the second area of growth, it really is the number of software applications that we've developed that are really starting to take hold across the board. And a lot of that is our smartphone applications that are used just everywhere from fill plant, warehouse, dock, curbside, delivery, you name it, salespeople. So we're real happy with the smartphone initiative. And then also one more newer one is our partnership with Evolution X, which is a third-party e-commerce solution. So that, and then last, we have a number of targeted applications that are used inside the organization that are really going to hit home, I think, as far as when we talk about employee productivity.
Absolutely. So obviously being a software company, you just mentioned a bunch of different software applications. How did your company kind of evolve during COVID-19, the related recovery and the fallout? And did your go-to-market strategy change, your internal business practices? And really as a software company, did you find that more customers were looking for some of the solutions that you were able to offer because of the related to COVID-19 issues?
Yeah. If you look at the challenges or the changes that we had to do, related to COVID, one was we made a big shift to Microsoft 365, and so we're 100% in the cloud there with our communications infrastructure. Teams, I think Teams and Zoom are just words that you hear every day. We also implemented a work at home model. Okay, so that was another big shift for the organization. So today we have 33% of our resources. We're about 165 employees. 33% are working at home 100%. 33% are working in the office. That's like our management team. And then we have hybrid. So we have individuals that are in the organization 2 or 3 days a week and then at home. So as a software, especially in the tech industry, you have to be able to offer these types of flexible working arrangements. And that's exactly what we've done.
Awesome. You kind of alluded to it earlier, but for 2022, any plans to expand the business or new products that you're particularly jacked up about that you're really excited to kind of bring to market?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's a number. First, we never stop developing, we never stop enhancing what we have as far as the inline technologies. So when you take a look at our mobile apps, those will continue to evolve and improve. We're going to have some new breakthrough technologies that we talk about a little bit later on this year. I don't let the cat out of the bag on that one just yet. But as a software company, you have to, that's our philosophy. We have to take care of inline technology enhancements, as well as look to the future with innovation. But bulk gas has been a real popular item as more and more distributors see the value in a bulk offering. And we're now really able to connect the dots so that we have an end-to-end solution, management of the bulk gas tanks, proper forecasting, scheduling of those deliveries, using the smartphone to actually make the delivery. And then also our partnership with a number of telemetry partners, whether it's Pulsa, Odordata, Innova, Siltech, Skybits, all of those outfits, we integrate all of their IoT readings so that the distributor can get very accurate forecasting on tank usage and current levels. That just helps out the whole forecasting process. The growth of data is another important topic, and data is key. If you really want to get a handle on your business and where it's going, you have to be able to record that transaction at that granular level throughout the business process. And so what we've done this past about a couple of years, it's really coming into its own now, is we've embraced the Microsoft Power Platform. And so we have, I think we have over 24 models of information that the distributor can just have access to and start to analyze. They don't have to figure out where to get the data, how it combines. We do all that heavy lifting for them. We're going to make some improvements with our e-payment offerings so that we have more variety of ways for customers to pay off of their invoices. And probably last is just video. We're doing more and more video, just like we're doing right now. So through video production, webinars, training, it's just going to accelerate, I think, in this coming year.
So you made a couple of allusions there. You said especially bulk gases, but are there any new markets that you've either entered into in recent years, or that you plan to enter into this year, next year, that you expect to be real growth drivers for the company?
Not anyone in particular. I mean, there's one that we're going to get more involved with that we want to, kind of keep it under wraps for now. But really, what we're really focused in on is just execution of our products out into the marketplace today, and that's keeping us, very, very busy. So if you look at what we've done with tools to, like for example, handle price updates. That's a really important topic that we've continued to make improvements on. Something as simple as just improving your cash flow with worksheets, collection worksheets, or just better forecasting of cylinder production requirements and cylinder inventory stocking levels. So we're going to just keep that momentum going with what we have in line and just make it better and just make sure that all of our customers are running on these great applications.
Perfect. You mentioned price increases. Obviously, that's something that everybody's dealing with. You talked at the beginning about keeping up with inflation. These macroeconomic trends, inflation, the supply chain issues, lead times, employee shortages, all these types of things that you keep hearing about, the buzzwords. Right. Do you expect those to continue throughout 2022? And how is Computers Unlimited kind of dealing with those? Yeah, great question. And the answer to your question, yes. We're still going to be in an inflationary market, throughout this year. There's still going to be a tight supply chain. Vendors are increasing their prices month after month. The lead times are uncertain. And labor, everyone is feeling that pinch right now of the labor shortage or the labor churn. Like, for example, at Computers Unlimited, we did some reorganization to deal with some of these things to become more efficient. For example, we combined our project management department with our application support department just so that we can have better continuity. The same thing goes with new system sales. There's a much, much closer relationship between our sales department and our project management department, where sales is actually helping out in certain cases throughout the implementation department. We just want to be very efficient and very, cohesive, in that offering. Another example is the vendors having all their price increases. We have a few dedicated resources. That's their full-time job. So we have over 275 vendors that participate. They send us their files,
and then we transmit them out to all of our TIMS customers that automatically and efficiently can update their costs. So they're not going to be hit with, losing out on margin. And that we actually shifted more resources over to that service this past year because of this massive, turn with price increases that were just coming month after month after month. I think our volume doubled as far as that activity. So that's, I think, is going to subside a little bit as far as the price increases. Hopefully, I think everyone would prefer to have a little bit more stability there. And then also with our customers, again, I kind of go back to software. That's what we do. So, for example, being able to implement price contract changes quickly and easily. We have a great tool to do that. That's taken the time from weeks down to hours. That's a very laborious process. So we're really trying to be smart with our software so that that employee is super productive and they're working with a software application that's easy to use.
Totally, just keep banging that drum of efficiency. Anything else that you think is going to be important in 2022, whether it's industry-wide or maybe more specifically to Computers Unlimited or the TIMS software platform? Just anything else you want to kind of mention before we go today?
Yeah, I think, it's our philosophy. One thing that really hasn't changed is our philosophy and our approach to servicing our customers. We have to evolve with the market. And so that's our mindset here at Computers Unlimited, that if you look at what we're doing today, I guarantee you in 12 months from now, it will be different. We'll have more capabilities or more refined capabilities. So we really don't want to stop what we're doing. I think if anything, we just have to accelerate what we're doing. I think also, I can't go without thanking our customers and our vendors and our partnerships, for example, with GAWDA. We've been in the industry over 40 years and we're looking forward to the next 40 years. And we got a lot of great people here at Computers Limited to make it happen.
Wonderful. David, sounds like it's going to be a great year. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the SMC, at convention, and,
yes,
and we appreciate your time today.
Fantastic, Steve. It's always a pleasure.
All right.